Here at CBM, we build high-performance race engines. My fascination with cars and building bigger engines is to see where you can go. How far can you push it? How big can you make it? Every kid at a young age gets into cars. And I started with hot rodding cars when I was about 15, 16 years old and had the passion for it my whole life.
My father has been a GM parts guy since 1960. So I grew up in the car business. I used to go to work with him on the weekends.
Started out at a young age, and next thing you know, I'm trying to drag quarter-mile racing and trying to make engines go faster on a $100 budget. Going to the salvage yard, trying to find a half-decent engine that we could take this part from that motor and the next part from the next engine and turn it into something. That turned into a career with General Motors for 15 years.
It's kind of strange. I mean, I was a parts and service director at a dealership, and Chris actually came to work as a GM technician. I believe there's about 66,000 GM technicians across the country, and I think there's about 600 GM World Class technicians, and he was one of the talented ones that became a GM World Class technician. He
was my boss's boss, and I didn't like my boss very much, so I went into Bruce and said, I'm out of here, and he was like, honestly, Chris, I don't know why you didn't do this 3 years ago. We started CBM as a true company instead of a small shop out of my two-car garage. It takes special people to be able to be partners, to be, friends, and to work together. I'm a little bit more the engineer. I always say I'm a little bit more like Dr. Spock. It is or it isn't.
He's a perfectionist in his own way. He knows how a motor ticks.
And sometimes Bruce pushes me a little bit.
And he's got the ability to put stuff together. He comes up with combinations.
We've primarily built Chevy engines.
It's one of those things that I believe in, sticking with what you know and being good at it.
One of the best engines that we thrive on and we do the most R&D, the most research on, the most horsepower gains on would be the LS-based engine.
I really like the LS motor in this modern era. It's just such a reliable, such a sophisticated motor. GM has done a great job with their development.
GM got it right. GM finally got a motor and they got it right.
They make more horsepower per cubic inch. They're more reliable. They have less chances of leakage. Their seals are better. Their internal parts are better. I just think that the LS motor is just far superior to the old school small block, and I didn't think I'd ever say that. We've
taken LS-based motors that are small block motor, 5.7 liters, a 350 cubic inch motor, and we now build them to 525 cubic inches, making 1,800 horsepower.
I've owned several Corvettes in my past, and when I saw the debut of the new one, I was blown away, and I can't wait to get into the new engine.
But I'm hoping within the next month we'll be doing more research on the direct injected LS-based engine. I think we're going to be able to run pump gas with higher boost and higher performance on a smaller engine package. But the beautiful thing about the direct injection, you can make more power. It's 15% better on fuel economy, and it's about 15% better on performance. General Motors is taking in a direction of emissions. We'll be taking it into where we can go with it. Where's the next step with it?
This is definitely an alternative life for a lot of people.
We got motors going all over the world.
They love what they're doing in the sand. They love what they're doing in the boating world. They love what they do with their collector cars. And
it's amazing the things that people dream up that they want to put my engines in. It just, sometimes they call me and it just blows me away.
And we're really happy to be able to contribute to everything that's going on.
Well, my personal car, and a lot of people get a little bit shocked when I tell them what I own, is I own a Porsche 911 Carrera with an LS7 engine in it. I built that because I had so many customers coming in that wants to put a LS motor in their boat or their hot rod, and then I show them my Porsche and people are taken away, and they have a lot of confidence when they see that, and they wonder if their small project is going to be very hard.